Hey guys, DMJ Gaming back finally for a new video. I've taken a bit of time out recently. For a start, I couldn't think of stuff to record. It's a bit difficult trying to figure out new stuff and new things, especially for me and Dan to do as well. Just to go back, just to explain why obviously I haven't been doing any videos. One, I recently started a new job. So I've been trying to get my head around that. And two, obviously my computer decided to give up. Obviously I did a video back ages ago, my computer being a bitch, and it was. But now I got rid of that computer and I put a lot of money into building a new one. So people that saw my post, day of filming would have been my post yesterday, on my Facebook page, which there's a link down below if you want to like that, of all my parts, all the boxes, everything, all on my desk, ready to build. I have built it. It's not fully finished yet. I'm still waiting for a few fans to turn up. But I got a couple of fans in it. I had a bit of a problem with the seller. He posted that it was 3 RGB fans, so I ordered 2, expecting there to be 6. He sent me 2. Yeah, so I'm waiting on 4 fans. But at the moment, it's up and running. I've installed Windows on it, so I'll just run through what's in the PC. So you guys know what I've been spending my money on. So motherboard is running a MSI Z390A Pro. It's M.2 compatible, DDR4 RAM. There is a 240 gig WD Green M.2 that's just running the operating system. We've got 16 gigs of HyperX RAM running at 320 megahertz. Sorry, not 300. 3200 megahertz. There's a bit of a jump cut there. I thought I heard someone at the door, but I was wrong. Anyway, so the 16 gigs of HyperX RAM running at 3200 megahertz. I have an Intel i5 9600KF running at 3.7 gigahertz. Graphic wise, I have a MSI RTX 2060 6 gig GDDR6, which is tasty. Better than what I was running on before. I was running on a 1050 before that, only a 4 gig card. Got a Be Quiet 650 watt power supply. Storage wise is just my I've got 2 1TB hard drives that are in there, but there's still a lot of room in the case for lots of more expansion storage and things like that. I think I've got room for like 2 or 3 more SSDs and things like that in it. The case itself it's an unknown brand. I haven't got a clue what it's called, but it's all glass. Well, not all glass, but it's glass front, glass side. It looks really nice. I'm quite impressed with it. I'm having a little trouble. Don't know if anyone can help me with this one down in the comments. I've got a RGB button on the top of the case, which is supposed to, once you press it, it's supposed to change the RGB colours of the fans and things like that. So there was a 2-pin plug, obviously for all the stuff for the front of the case, and the only spot I could find on the motherboard for it was down in the, if you're looking at the motherboard, it's down in the bottom left hand corner. It's a 4-pin fan, but it also says JRGB1. Now I've plugged it into that thinking that's it, but it's not, doesn't seem to be working properly. So if there's anyone in the comments who can help me with that and say, James, you're being a total tit and you put it in the wrong fucking spot, it would be appreciated because at the moment, because my setup, I mean, everyone who's seen my channel before, my setup's always been black and red. Now I have black and red cabling in the case, but I have blue RGB lights on it, and it doesn't look right. So anyway, what I'm going to do now, I'll quickly show off the case and show off the lights and everything like that. I'll undo the side panel and have a quick look inside, and then we'll do a quick benchmark test and see how it runs. We'll see you in a moment. Okay, so just before we get to the benchmark test, I just wanted to show you where I've got this plug. So right down here, oh, let me get my hand in there without chopping it off. That cable there, I say it's in, it says fan cable, but if you just see the RGB bit on the side, that's where I've got it plugged into. But as you can see, if I press the button, it's not changing any of the lights. So if I've got that in the wrong place, I mean, that's the, where are we at? Where are we at? All the case cables and everything like that, all the case plugs and everything are all in the right places. So yeah, if I've put it in the wrong place, please someone let me know, because I'm really struggling with this. Anyway, we'll get on to the benchmarking. Okay then guys, we are in 3D Mark. We're going to do a quick bench test to see how this PC performs. So let's get this running. Okay then guys, so after a quick benchmark test on this, we've got a score of 6,219, which I'm quite impressed with, really. Obviously it's not the highest spec build ever made, but graphics test 1 41.28 FPS, graphics test 2 37.86 FPS. So I'm quite happy with it, really. I recently obviously installed ETS2 Euro Truck Simulator 2. Obviously, as you guys know, that's one of my go-to games on the channel. In ultra settings, running at 400% scaling, this was kicking out 120 FPS. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. The next test we'll quickly do, we'll do 2 more tests. I'm going to do a ray tracing test, real-time ray tracing, and then we'll finally finish it off with a stress test to see how it actually runs. So let's run the ray tracing test. Okay then guys, so after the ray test, we got a score of 3,748, which obviously isn't bad at all. I mean, 17.35 FPS. Obviously this is a high demanding test. The graphics on this obviously is very light source, chrome, reflections, things like that. So it's not terrible. Obviously it could be a lot better, obviously, if I had a higher spec computer, but it seemed to run pretty good, actually. In certain points, obviously, when there wasn't loads of lighting and things like that, it did peak at around about 30 FPS, which still is pretty good. So what we'll do is we'll do a final test, which will be we'll do the time spy test again, but we'll do this as a stress test this time, just to see how it goes. Apparently it offers many tests, blah, 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 run around for around about 10 minutes. Stop test at any time, whatever. But we'll see what a stress test brings out of this.
Okay guys, so after the stress test, oof, 98.4% passed. That's pretty good. It took a long while actually. It said it was only going to take 10 minutes. It took nearly 20 minutes to do this. Yeah, 98.4%. I'm well impressed with that. Yeah, okay. So that's the benchmarks anyway. Let's just check all the results again. So yeah, so stress tests, blah 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 blah. That's the only one it's going to give me, isn't it? um, okay, so I'll flip back to the camera and we'll finish this video off.
So there you have it, guys. That is my new PC. It performed pretty well. I'm really impressed with it. Obviously, as I said before, I tested this out on ETS2, which is obviously my main game. 120 FPS, ultra settings, 400% scaling. All told, this PC cost me just over £800. Round about, well, I'm not sure what that is in dollars actually. My currency is not that great. Don't know what it is in euros. That's Brexit for you. But yeah, so that is it. You're expecting now a lot more videos from me, and especially me and Dan as well. I think we might have something coming up soon. I'm not too sure yet. I need to speak to him. But yeah, so thank you very much for joining us today, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Click down below as well to join my Facebook page. There's also my Patreon page as well. If you want to help the channel any way that you want, please hit me up on Patreon. Subscribe to that, and it will mean the world to us. It helped me out in the channel and help me out in future endeavours and things like that. So thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.